І з вами Роман, продовжуємо проходити Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Зупинилися ми в чортовій дирі. Так, і... Що у нас по плану? Я все розкидав. Зараз, може, будемо йти на нормальний заміс, а мені потрібно, щоб у мене було тут все чистенько. Хуй там. Хоча, в принципі, нормально. Так, окей. З ким потрібно поговорити? З тобою?
Tell me something about yourself. We barely know each other.
No cóż, nie znamy się, ale przeszkadza ci to?
What? Speak slower. I can't understand you at all.
A co mnie to obchodzi? Wiesz co? Jak chcesz ze mną pogadać, to przynieś mi beczkę piwa i stuzin dziewu. Jak już to razem wypijemy i się zabawimy, to dogadamy się bez problemu.
How is it that women throw themselves at you?
To dar od Boga, Henryku. A może to dlatego, że mam takiego dużego kutasa. Ale mam dla ciebie jedną radę. Jak już zbałamucisz jakąś niewiastę, to spróbuj sprawić jej przyjemność swoimi ustami. Będzie cię bolał język, ale zobaczysz, jaka ona będzie zadowolona.
Well, I didn't understand a single word, but I'll take it to heart. I'd like to get better with a saber. Do you have any advice for me?
Tylko jedną, przyjacielu. Tnij tak szybko, żeby wróg nie zdążył zrobić uniku. I staraj się stać trochę bokiem, żeby nie dało się łatwo w ciebie trafić. Ale przede wszystkim nigdy nie zaczynaj ze mną, bo zrobię z ciebie sieczkę.
Well, thanks then. Even if I don't know what for.
Today's a scorcher.
Christ, what's the hold up?
Так, окей. Де Жишка дівся? Пташек, по-моєму, уїхав з моїм баті. А, ні, він же тут буде, да? Ось він.
Henry, you have no idea how glad I am to see you alive and all in one piece. I was really worried about you. I prayed to Our Lady the Protector to watch over you in Kuttenberg. It's good she heard my pleas.
Так.
Thanks. But next time, ask her to help someone else. I know how to take care of myself. You wouldn't want to have a chicken protecting you, would you?
I don't want a dead man protecting me either. You're brave and a good warrior. But be careful you don't bite off more than you can chew.
Oh, aye. Someone will shoot me with a crossbow when I least expect it. You sound like my father. God rest his soul.
See? Great minds think alike.
I'll have to think about that.
As you should. But now tell me, what happened there?
I don't know if words are enough. Simply... it was just like Scully's. Confusion, screaming, dying, and then the flames. The worst part came when the gate fell. It was as if the bloody gates of perdition opened for a moment, and hell surged into the world.
God protect us. God damn it. I should have gone there too. I could have been some use at least.
I'm always glad to fight by your side, but you wouldn't have changed anything there. There were too many of them. And when the whole street was thronged, there was no stopping it. All we could do was try to hold back Eric's people as long as possible, so the locals could flee to the synagogue. See, there's a hidden tunnel inside it, leading out of the city.
Fucking tunnels. Ugh. But thank Christ for them. What about Liechtenstein?
He's fine. And he managed to get those mysterious documents of his out. He left with the survivors for Colleen.
Praise God. He's from an old and glorious house. It'd be a dreadful pity if he got left behind. The main thing is you got out. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to thank you properly for coming to Malashov for me.
No need to thank me.
I beg to disagree, my brave and faithful companion. First and foremost, be it known that if you should ever similarly find yourself in captivity, I swear before our Lord Jesus Christ that I shall come for you as you came for me. And secondly, I have something here for you. A truly knightly reward for your knightly deed. A hunting bow that has no equal in the province. I hope it'll brighten your thoughts after all those horrors. It can fell the mightiest buck deer and enchant many a doe. And besides, it has attached to it an enlightening history.
Well, I'm honored. Thank you, friend.
История.
Please enlighten me, O noble sir.
According to legend, this bow belonged by right to Margrave Jobst of Moravia, who, however, was not worthy of it. And so, fate decreed that it fell into the hands of a proper knight.
What are you saying?
When I found out that Jobst would gladly leave me locked up, it got my blood up. So, to pay him back, I relieved him of the bow in Raborsh, and it was immediately clear to me that that bow should go to none other than you.
That is certainly just, I'd say.
I knew we'd see eye to eye. It'd be great to try that bow out right away. We could ride out together on the hunt. Wine, bacon, wine, the deep woods, a quiver full of arrows, wine. Shoot some deer and celebrate with wine. Like we used to do back home.
We only went hunting together once.
Yeah, but it was memorable. Don't tell me you wouldn't like to do it again. But first duty, then some fun, eh? You'd better be going.
Так, окей. Ні, зачекай. А що за лук? Серйозно, блядь? Він же гірший, ніж мій. Тё. Тип гонят. Ну ёбаный рот, жишка, блядь. Так, зачекай. Це скинуть. Це скинуть. Ну, вроде все. Блин, стоит уже бухать хочет. Так. Так, оце ми, по-моєму... Це ми, по-моєму, пробивали, да? Дивилися.
We're both went.
Who is...
We were defending a castle.
Can he be...
Aye, did you see?
You mean...
Aye.
Так, давай к делу.
I bring bad news from Kuttenberg. Eric's soldiers and the town rabble have torched the Jewish quarter. Fortunately, we saved most of the people. But I doubt they can form an alliance with us now.
Fuck. Where are they now?
Samuel and the rabbi took those who survived to Colleen.
Shit. We have to find Dry Devil and Capon and decide what to do next. Come on, there's no time to waste. Right, gentlemen. I think it's clear to all of you what a shitty fucking mess we're in. We were caught off guard at Raborsh.
And they nearly fucking kill us all.
Yes, and they attacked the Jewish quarter.
Thanks a lot for reminding me. I almost forgot.
At least Henry here and Kubienka got most of the people out.
That's true. Good work, men. How did it all go down?
A few unruly townsfolk with sticks. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Too fucking right. They thought they'd loot and torch the whole place, but we scared them shitless.
It is nice that you found my people's suffering so entertaining. But what I want to know now is how you all intend to avenge them.
Well, what do you have in mind?
Sigismund and von Bergov think they've got rid of us, so they'll have dropped their guard. We should attack.
You go fucking crazy? No?
Zygmunt ma za sobą całą armię, a my nie mamy nawet dość zapasów, żeby nakarmić Janosza.
Come on, lads. Jobst will bring his army soon. It'd be fucking mad to try on anything big before that.
It might take weeks for them to arrive. Von Bergov will have found and caught us by then. We have to get rid of von Bergov. It's because of him that we're in the situation we're in, after all.
You mean in the shit, Sir Hans? No need to mince words.
Sir Hans here is right. It's starting to piss me off the way von Bergov's been stringing us along all this time.
That fucker is Sigismund's right hand. So we'll chop it off.
Why kill him? You know what ransom we can get for that bastard.
Are you all fucking daft? Von Berger was holed up in Malashov, so unless any of you can fly, we can't get to him.
Oh, that's true. To take a cost like that, we'd need a dozen men, ladders, and maybe also a trebuchet or cannon.
There's no maybe about it. We'd certainly need a cannon.
So we steal the one von Bergov, use at Nebakov.
Well, why don't we just steal all the silver from the Italian court and buy our own, eh? Use your head before you open your mouth.
Hang on. Maybe Janosch's idea isn't all that bad.
How do you mean?
I recently sent Catherine to spy on Sigismund. Military camp near Opatovitz. She told me von Bergov has his cannon stashed away there. But it seems things are getting a bit out of hand there. So the Prague regiment he's in charge of is going to move it to Sedlec. And it might not be that well guarded along the way.
So we'll steal it, right? We'll wait till they go through some ravine, and we'll shoot at them from the rocks. The way you did to us before Nebakov.
I see you've learned something from me. But it's not that simple. What we need is for one of us to get amongst the Praguers, so he can keep an eye open and tell us when they're moving out.
And if we succeed? What then? There's 5.5 of us. Even with a cannon, that's not enough to take Malashov.
So you'd rather hide and ambush flower wagons? Are we common thieves?
No, patrzcie tylko. Jeszcze wczoraj przerzucał gówna, a dziś ten prawdziwy chojrak.
I know going up against von Bergov is dangerous, but we have to try.
Dangerous, my arse. It's suicide.
That's enough. Von Bergov has to die. Painfully. And above all, as soon as possible. And if there are not enough of you, this might help.
Well, well. That's a sight for sore eyes. Why the fuck didn't you show us that earlier? We could have saved ourselves a lot of blathering.
Where did you get such a fortune? After what happened?
People in Kolin decided to help. They are looking after our refugees and want to send everyone a strong signal that we will not be silenced.
Aha! So that's why you were so eager to go there.
We really appreciate it, son. Believe me.
And we won't mind if you got a couple of more purses like that.
If you will permit, monsieur, I might be able to contribute. I know a few mercenaires in this part. They may not be la cavalerie royale, but for such a purse, they will gladly tear Malashov down stone by stone.
Ah, a company of mercenaries, a surprise attack, and a cannon in reserve. We could do something with that, couldn't we?
No, not so fast. We don't have the cannon yet.
Then we'll fucking get it. We'll find a good spot for an ambush and send someone into the camp to spy on them. What about you, Henry? You'll get yourself recruited into the Prague Regiment, and when they take the cannon to Sedlitz, you'll send us a message via Catherine.
I was afraid you'd never ask. I can just see the look on von Bergov's face when we point his own cannon straight at it.
That's settled then. Henry will go to the camp. Catherine will tell you all you need to know. You'll find her in the bathhouse there. In the meantime, Ada here can go to Malashov and find out how von Berkov and his people are stationed there. But look, don't touch.
Za kogo ty mnie kurwa masz?
A lot of soldiers need a lot to eat. We'll have to stock up.
I'll go hunting. This tavern's a bit crammed for my liking as it is.
And what are we going to do?
We're going to prepare a warm welcome for the Praguers.
What do you say, Sir Hinek?
Well, what the fuck are you all sitting here for? Didn't you hear? The fun's about to start!
Так, окей. Що з ним поговорити можна? О чому?
That money? Are you really going to give it to us just like that? Such a fortune.
What do you mean, give it to you? We earn this together, are we not?
No, you know what I meant. But I'm grateful to you, but your people lost everything. I'm sure you could do with every groschen you can get your hands on.
Henry, money is power, but not when it's locked up in a chest somewhere. You have to know when to spend it, and what on. And believe me, getting revenge on von Berkow is worth every last groschen.
Це хорошо. Це чудово. Так, окей. Куди мені їхати? Лагерь.
Hey, you!
О, здорово.
Yes?
How about stretching those limbs and getting some light exercise? Shall we spar?
А то хто? Да, конечно, давай.
Whoa! If it isn't Henry!
How are you, Hornet?
I'm fine. Just a little sore in the thigh.
Oh. Someone beat you up?
As if. I landed a job with a farmer down in the village here. Hired me to hold the sheep so they can be shorn. Easy money. Only thing is, as we were driving the sheep towards the barn, I took my eye off the ram for a moment. Wham! The bastard charged straight at my leg as soon as I turned my back on him. Dumb animal. What about you? How have you been?
I've been flitting here and there.
Fine. Keep it to yourself then. Want to fight?
Садимся.
Last time we talked, you were headed to a tournament with your new gear. How did that go?
It all went to shit.
You didn't win then?
I didn't even make it there. I got into town to put my name down. But before that, I popped into a tavern for a bite to eat and see if the innkeeper knew of any work in the area. Yes, he says. He sent me to this little arsehole. The job sounded good. He said somebody owed him, didn't want to pay him back, blah, blah, blah. All I had to do was lean on him a bit, scare the shit out of him, and make him repay the debt. The reward was more than decent, so I took it.
There was a catch, wasn't there?
Of course there was. The debtor was this well-dressed fellow. He should have hit me right then, but it didn't. So I lie in wait for him. He comes along, I square up to him, and he starts shrieking.
Oh, that was only to be expected.
He's only a city councillor.
Oh, Christ.
I took off, but the guards caught me anyway. Public apology, compensation for personal injury, confiscation of armor and weapons. I was left with nothing but the shirt on my back. And that little whoreson that hired me vanished. That lousy fucking little piece of shit. So that's how my fame and fortune at the tournament turned out.
That really went downhill rapidly then.
Exactly.
А чого він за турнір, блядь? Чого він не скаже, я був на останньому турнірі, або я був взагалі на усіх турнірах, котрі вони устраювали, і я кожен виграв, і його там не було.
Let's do it.
Exactly. Now you're talking. What are we fighting for?
Научи меня.
I have a proposition. If you win, you take the money. If I win, you teach me some of your skills.
I once ran into a fellow named Yira. The bastard knew how to swing a cudgel better than anybody. He taught me some moves. Beat me, and I'll teach them to you, too.
That's
Давай. Давай прикол.
Jesus! Oh, piss!
Нихуя себе.
Wanker!
Лёнь, а он нормально так в цьому разбирается.
Boring me. Try a little.
Нихуя себе.
No, you don't. Too slow.
That was a good fight.
Good. Very good. Perhaps I'll have better luck next time. So, Yira and his technique. Well, that was pretty straightforward. Run in and yell a lot. And twirl a cudgel above your head.
And this is what I bet all that money for.
All right. There was one more trick Yira had. He'd always lunge like he was going to hit you from the right, but then he'd stop mid-swing and catch you with his left. A right old punch. That threw everybody.
Ну, перчатки прикольно.
Including me. Anyway, and having got the upper hand, he'd crush you hard with that cudgel in his right hand. It's all about diverting attention.
Right. Thanks for telling me.
Так, окей, новий прийом, да? Що у нього по снарягі? Що, знову пограбуємо? Хоча б давай подивимось, що у нього. Загадочника, кстати, дуже давно не бачив. Окей. Все. Відпочивай. Палаш. Оце. Перчатки. Льоня, у нього снаряга краще стало, кстати. На хвилиночку. Та і давай оце візьмемо. Чому ні? Палаш залишимо йому. Щоб міг оборонятися далі. Нехай чилі. Щит у нього класний, мені подобається. Так, окей. Це, звісно, все чудово. Ага. Перчатки, понятно. И панские. Понятно. Так, давай ремонтный набор. Так, це зробили. Набор кузнеца, конечно же, сюда. Портного сюда. Ну, вроді, як все. Так, ми йдемо в лагерь, да? Льонь, завдання якесь. Ні, зачекай, не йдемо в лагерь. Що за завдання? І у кого? У Яна? Так, окей, да, у нього.
What do you make of this?
He's he ran away.
Ладно,
Otherwise,
я за нього розповідав вже, да.
I honestly can't stand him. He's as full of tales as an old...
As for his... And I, on the other, instead, give him...
Так, це ми бачили просто. Твій план.
What happened when von Bergov hauled you off after the Nabokov battle?
It was a dreadful journey. Jesus, don't even remind me. It was a bit better...
А, да, ми це бачили.
Did I... No, I was trying... They treat... What did... Nothing. They took... But they treat... Only I... Did I... Actually, I'd have...
Так.
And above...
Great.
You can be... I'll even have...
Це все бачив.
Did he? No, but like I said... What did... Just the... They behave... About rat...
What?
Nothing.
Did he...
I think he's...
My word. But the mate...
Indeed.
Во.
Henry, my most faithful friend.
Uh-oh. That sounds a bit too friendly for my liking. You need something, don't you?
Me? Never. But you do. You need to relax a bit. Let your hair down. So it occurred to me, you might like to go hunting with me.
Poaching, you mean?
Poaching's what commoners do, not me. Come on. We promised Zhishka we'd find some meat for the mercenaries, didn't we?
Так.
The gallows at Trotsky didn't teach you a lesson, eh?
Oh, come on. That was a one-off. Let's not make it a tradition, eh? Come on. We'll clear our heads and stretch our old limbs. What do you say?
Так.
Oh, all right. I won't leave you in the lurch.
That's the spirit. Now, listen, I found this great spot in the forest near Bohunjevets, an abandoned hunter's camp. I thought you might like to come with me, have a drink, chat, and do some hunting. What's more, it's on the way to Sigismund's camp.
Okay.
Let's go then.
Great. Saddle your horse and get ready. I can smell the game from here.
Так, де моя лошадь-то? Живка. Хороший конь, кстати. Довго їхати? Сподіваюсь, недовго. Це, конечно, у ці походки, блядь, столетні, сука. Це просто піздець. Глянь, він ще розмовляти не хоче. Хіба не хуй?
Ah, can you smell that? Freedom!
I smell a big roe deer. Maybe even a stag.
How about a wager on who kills more game?
I'd rather not. You know how it ends up when we make bets.
If you're talking about the cock-up at the pond.
No, I meant that bet back in Ratai. When we made a bet to see who could bag more hares, remember?
Well, of course I do. I won.
In your dreams. I bagged twice as many hares as you, but I was talking about the humans who caught you and tied you to a tree.
Aye. That's something I'd rather forget. It wouldn't happen to us now, though. We're far too experienced. It's not long ago we were brawling in a tavern, and now look at us. It's amazing how much we've been through together.
Aye, right. We were nearly killed at the pond. We got into a fight at a wedding. A tower collapsed on us.
But we've also met some good people and fought for a good cause. Don't forget.
Yeah. When we tell our story back at home.
The girls will be throwing themselves at us.
Don't you think you should take a break from the lasses? Remember how it turns out. A jealous husband nearly drowned you once.
Bloody arse and balls.
Yeah, and after that, there was the hacked-off butcher.
You mean when I was courting Carolina? That was your fault. You were feeding me the wrong verses.
Oh, sorry about that. But I hope you won't be so busy with wenches you forget your old mates.
No chance of that. The world's full of pretty wenches. But a good friend. Once you find one, you have to hold on to him. You remember what I told you before the Cumans caught me, don't you?
Something about minions, wasn't it? It's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
That's right. And I'd say you're a lot more than just my minion these days. But that's enough chat. It's still a fair way to the camp. How about we go a bit faster?
Let's go.
Да, поїхав. Нарешті. Ти-ти-ти. О, вон лагерь Сігузмунда. Так, окей, мені потрібно переодягнутися, мабуть. І тут же мені потрібно лук поставити, правильно? Лук і ученая стріла. Ну давай поки що так. Потім, якщо що, переодягнемось. Я так понял, оце помічається. Типа охотничье угодья. Таким знаком. Ладно, мені прийдеться, мабуть, одягнутися інакше.
Wait, can you hear that? There are people in the camp.
Окей, потрібно тоді одягнутися як військовий. Натури там хтось є.
Bloody hell. Soldiers.
Ти що, їбанувся?
I'll
Кого ударив, блядь, ти що?
You want to try me?
Get away, you bastard.
Та блядь! Не можу дотягнутися. Це хто? Ловчий. А що в них по луту? Хуйня. Ладно, я думаю, сенсу немає їх лутати. Хуйово, що от такі чити я не можу тягати. Щит прикольно виглядає. Так, охотничий арбалет, самогон. Ще хуйня. Лут хуйня, блядь. Так, окей, потрібно умитися. Тут що? Ніхуя. Що у мене по хавці нормально все.
And that's that. If you weren't so foolhardy, we could have made a plan and taken them out by stealth.
Does it matter? They're dead now. That's the main thing.
I suppose you're right.
Так.
Shouldn't we tell Zizka about what happened here?
Why? There's not much to tell, really.
Don't you want to boast about your heroic deeds?
Come on. You call this a heroic deed?
Wiping out a band of Sigismund's soldiers. If not long ago, I wouldn't have believed we had it in us.
You see? And today it's just another run-of-the-mill afternoon.
And what about the dead bodies?
Well, I suppose we should bury them, eh? They may have been bastards, but we shouldn't leave them to the wolves.
What now? Make camp and go hunting?
I don't know. I seem to have lost my mood for it. But we promised to bring some meat, didn't we?
Oh, these fellas were just skinning a doe. That should do it.
All right. Let's cut it up and take it back to Devil's Den. We'll go together, right?
Да.
Of course.
All right. You take care of the dough. I'll start digging a grave.
Да. Швидкий квест якийсь, мені не подобається. Все, задання виповнено. Піздець. У мене їжі тут нема хоча б. Нема. Яблука і груша. Він нічого не хоче казати. Жишки скаже.
Taking Malashov won't be easy. How do you plan to do it?
You'll find out in good time, don't worry. First, I have to talk it through with Dry Devil, though. With a bit of luck, we'll get inside the castle unobserved at night, and then we'll manage somehow.
What about that cannon you sent me for?
We'll keep that in reserve in case anything fucks up. And believe me, something always fucks up.
Кстати, вот там я и может, мабуть, коня получить.
The camp might be pretty dangerous. Have you got any advice for me?
Catherine's the one who knows about spying and that kind of thing. But it won't do us any harm if you make yourself useful there. I don't expect you'll just blurt out to them where they can find us, but loitering around the camp, peeking here and there, that's always suspicious, so watch it.
Окей. Ніхуя такого цікавого. В нього меч ще цікавий. Ну то таке. Цікаво, нахуя мені украшена гарда? Я... О, кстати... Якраз можна чекнути. Де вона нужна. Де вона потрібна. А, вот, украшая навершие. Вот, я за це хотів. Панський меч. Це все? Окей, ладно. Рицарський топор в мене є, да? Я б, мабуть, оцей топор конника взяв. Ну да ладно. Тут таке. Це в мене вже є. Пана Валентайна. Окей. Що, в путь? Ну з Яциком вообще, блядь, якийсь квест дуже ізічний. Не цікаво, взагалі не цікаво. Враг. А, ні. Цих я краще не буду трогати. Поки що. Потім можна їх по приколу породити. Я думаю, зараз я вже можу їх нормально покромсати. Що там у меня, кстати, по скиллам? Длинный меч. Владение мечом. 30-ка у меня на максимум. Владение тяжелым оружием. Бой без оружия. Меткость. Потрібно буде тяжелым оружием прокачать. Ну то потім.
Whoa, whoa.
Так, шоу.
Good to see you. God be with you. How's the watch going?
О, я ж можу продати.
In the south, I saw a
Приколи всякі. Я і забув. У них же кузнеці тут є. Ось він. Ні, це воїн. А де я, блядь?
But sir, that's what you said last time, and the time before that. And now I ain't no material to forge anything for you.
How dare you speak to me like that, you louse? You've forgotten who's in charge here. I know full well you rob our soldiers here. You get them to pay for repairs you never do.
But that's not true.
Then you're a right idiot, and I'm not surprised you don't have a gross and... You'll make me new horseshoes, or I'll deal with you.
Тю.
What's the
Блин.
hold up? Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
Ладно. Не буду час витрачати. До цього одразу. Бронік кажеш, да? Так, так, так. Так, так. Купить. Кинжал. Сука, вже у нього грошей нема.
Huh? Nothing to your liking, sir?
Давай, що, починиш мені?
Excellent.
Подождіть.
You made a fine...
Сука, пиздец. Шо ж ты такой, блядь, корявий? Давай оце я тобі продам. І оце. Все,
And come again.
нормально. Зараз до купця. О, глянь, турнір чи що? Бля, я б посостязался бы в турнір. Здорово. Продать. У ці приколи. Кстати, у него ж села є, да? І великий щит, я так понял, можна купити. Ось він. Ну да, прикинь. З різними гербами. Оцей прикольний. І ось цей. Ну, теж. Похуй. Що я у нього хотів? Сьодло подивитися. Його ж сьодло продаються, вірно? Во. Кафтан всадника. Як виглядає то? Понятно. Чуєш, а він не краще моєго? А-а. Не краще. Панські туди-сюди. Окей, я понял. І ось. Ну і ладно, похуй.
Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Що зробити? Поєбать, в принципі. Мені ж потрібно скинути це все. Ну, я б хотів би спробувати, ну це зайвий час, у мене якби зараз часу нема. Можна було б спробувати поробити їх усіх. Було б цікаво насправді. О, я більше нічого не можу, да? Виходить, що так? Панський меч можу продати. Клюв ворона. І клюв ворона. Во.
I'd like to discuss the... Here.
What? I hope you'll be satisfied.
Так, ну в принципі на цьому все. Лошадь у мене в принципі зарядна. Цікаво, а та лошадь заспавнилась чи ні? Льонь, заспавнилась. А, ні, її вже нема. Ну це теж ніхуйово. По ідеї ніхто ж не бачить, да? Сука, лянь, не можу. Хто це такий? Чорний, блядь, хуйово. А, ні, це інший. Що, почекаємо? Давайте почекаємо. Вночі, да? Вот отак от буде, думаю, нормально. Це хто такий? Просто воїн. Ладно. Щось вони зачастили з молитвами. У Ван Бергова тут нема. Лошаді нема. Так, окей. Погнали. Что тут можно спиздить? Можно помолиться. Золотой кубок. Сюда. Золотое распятие сюда. Золотая чаша сюда. Золотое распятие сюда. Вони ворують у мирних жителів, а я ворую у них, правильно ж? Так, ну в принципі все. Тепер йдемо в купальню, от мені в принципі навіть вночі буде працювати гораздо простіше.
I'm telling you, ain't I? Your men smashed all my pictures. And on top of that, they drank nearly a whole barrel of wine. And poor Dorota had to flee to the woods from your savages. She's lucky she got away with her honor intact.
I see. We pay everything and punish very hard. Who was there?
How am I supposed to know their names? 5 of...
I know you.
No.
I see you before.
Me? No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Now, Zudnakam, where we know us from?
From the camp, most likely. But why should anyone remember me, right?
True. You many like dogs here.
В натурі, він же був на совєті.
Can I ask you something?
You complain? What happened?
What? No, I'm not making a complaint. Why should I?
I chief of soldiers, and I hear only complain and more complain. Always. They kill hands, they scare children, horse trample cabbage and eat carrot. This country full of complaining and whining.
I'm not complaining about anything.
That good. You real man.
Окей. Що у нього спіздить можна? Блять. Окей. Ти хто такий? Він мене напрягає, можна його прибрати? Он прям дивиться туди, куди... А, ні. Майже. Catherine, wake up.
Ah, there you are.
Henry? What are you doing here?
Zizka sent me. Is there somewhere we can talk? In private, I mean.
Oh, by Christ. You've come up with another plan, haven't you? Come. I know a place where nobody will disturb us.
Where's that?
Stop asking questions and start undressing.
You want to talk here?
You said you wanted privacy, didn't you? If anyone sees us here, they'll think you're just another customer. And relax a bit. You're as stiff as if you were waiting to be branded.
Так.
All right. But you could have warned me.
Come now, Henry. Don't say you've never had your back scrubbed by a woman.
I have, yeah, but... It's just different with you. It feels a bit weird. After all we've been through together.
Oh, come now. You don't have to be bashful in front of me. Even about what I think I see in that tub.
Well, the water is pretty cold.
Of course it is. So, tell me quickly what you're doing here before you shrivel up entirely in the water. You say Zizka sent you?
That's right. It's about von Bergov's cannon and the Praggers who have it. I hear they're going to move it to Sedlec.
Aye, they have it. What of it?
We want to steal it on the way.
Have you all gone mad? Do you know how dangerous that is?
I know. That's why Zizka sent me here. I'm supposed to infiltrate the Praggers and make sure everything goes smoothly.
So what do you need me for?
Information. Who's in charge here?
Now, that's a pretty complicated question. But in a nutshell, there are 3 main captains here. They run the whole camp. Sigismund is holed up in Sedlec with his toadies and doesn't take much of an interest in what's going on here. The Cumans are under the command of a fellow called Chertan. Then there is Grozaf, who runs the camp. And then there are the Praggers, led by Dietrich Katz.
What is this Chertan like?
He's the commander of all the Cumans who marched into Bohemia. Sigismund officially gives the orders, of course, but it's Chertan they listen to. I've met him a couple of times. He's a tough fella, but his soldiers are loyal to him.
Who's this Grosov?
He's in charge of everything here. He's a nobleman, but don't expect him to act like one. They say he ran up debts and fell out with half the royal court. So Sigismund holed him away here instead of taking him to Sedlec. Watch out for him. You know how it is. The worse off a man is, the pushier he gets.
This Katz. Who is he?
He's in charge of the Prague Artillery Regiment. You should know him, in fact. It was him and his men who attacked Nabokov that time.
That Horison who nearly killed us all.
Calm down. You'll get your revenge soon enough.
When are the Praggers going to take the cannon to Sedlets?
That's what you're supposed to find out, isn't it? But it looks like they got held up for some reason. Sometimes I hear them complaining they should have been long gone by now.
Where is the cannon now?
In the upper part of the camp where all the local captains have their tents. They've put up a palisade around the entire hilltop. And the guard at the gate doesn't let just anyone in. And what's more, they say the whole camp's gunpowder store is there.
And you think it's in the storehouse there?
That's the only place it can be. I haven't seen it anywhere down here, but they won't let me into the upper part.
Do you know anything about the cannon?
Not much. I've heard they call it the Finger of God, and it costs a fortune, but that's all.
Do you have any idea how I could infiltrate the Praggers?
The best thing would be to join up. There are never enough men. But it won't be as easy as it might seem. No, they won't let you go up and see cats just like that. But down by the shooting range, you'll find a fella they call Crow. He's a corporal in the Praggers. You'll know him by his big black moustache. He's Katz's right-hand man. So I'd try my luck with him.
And once I've joined them, what next?
Find out when they're supposed to go to Sedlets. And above all, why they're still here. And once you've got it sorted out with them and you're gonna all ride out with the cannon, I'll go straight to the Devil's Den and we'll get to work.
Well, it all sounds pretty dangerous. If I say the wrong thing or someone recognizes me, the game will be up. I could do with a kiss for luck.
If you don't mess up, you'll have 1,000 kisses. But work before play. Is there anything else you want to ask before we get started?
Do you know anything else about the Praggers that might come in handy?
Not really. They're artillery men, as I said. And their pay is a lot better than the others. So they aren't too popular around here. That's all I know. They drink, play dice, and go to the baths just like all the others.
What's it like here? Should I be afraid?
Not really. But I wouldn't call it peaceful here. You know what it's like. Humans here, Praggers there. Couple of noblemen and a bunch of mercenaries who want to fill their purses. All hot-blooded and all hating each other. Apart from that, it's lovely.
Is there anything I should watch out for?
Your mouth, mostly. You know what you're like. If you give the game away, you're a dead man. Just try and act normal. They get up to a lot of drinking, riding, and archery here. Now and then they fight like cats and dogs, but the captains have things under control for the moment. Although...
Although what?
There's a rumor going round the soldiers that there's a spy here. At first, I was worried they were talking about me. But it seems not. Be careful.
That's all I need to know.
Get out of the water, then. You've been in there for ages. Though I have to admit, you've scrubbed up nicely. Maybe I should wash you more often.
As long as it's always free of charge.
Actually, there is something you could do to repay me. But that can wait. Enlist for service first, soldier.
Скільки їй років, цікаво? О, вона мені завдання може дати.
So, do you still have no regrets about how things turned out?
Why should I have? That bitch deserved what she got. And she even thought what she did was a righteous thing. Oh, it makes me want to cry. And kill her again.
Once was enough. The girls have been avenged. And that's the main thing, isn't it?
I suppose so, but I don't feel the satisfaction I expected. I feel a bit relieved that it wasn't because of me that Alice died. Although, in a way, it's almost worse. She died because of some mad woman.
I know, but look at it from the other side. You were the instrument of God's punishment. And nobody else is going to die because of that hag anymore.
True. But how am I alone the instrument of God's punishment? Without you, we wouldn't have found out anything. So once again, thank you very much, Henry.
Зачекай, куди ти спати лягаєш?
What was our plan for that cannon again?
It's a bit complicated. Stealing the cannon from the camp is impossible. There are too many people around. But the Pragas who are in charge of it are getting ready to leave for Sedlitz. Well, they were before it all went to hell. So you'll have to help them sort out their mess. So they'll finally take the cannon and move out.
And when they leave the camp, we'll ambush them and steal the cannon.
See, now you remember.
You said you needed my help with something?
I do. It's just... Well, it's not easy to talk about, you know? Someone's been following me. I haven't actually seen anyone, but I can't help feeling someone staring at me all the time. And once, I even heard something.
What did you hear?
The other night, I was woken up by a man's voice. Like he was standing close by and whispering.
Do you think someone's found out who you are?
Judging by the mumbling, I reckon this is about something else entirely. But you never know what a creep like him might notice. I'd feel a lot better if you could get rid of him somehow.
Has anything else strange happened?
No. Except maybe... I lost a shoe.
A shoe? Just one?
That's just what's so strange about it. If both went missing, I just think someone stole them. But one? What good is one of my shoes to anyone?
I could think of a few things.
Yuck.
Did you understand what the bloke was saying?
Not a word. It didn't sound like Czech.
What did it sound like? Polish? German?
Hungarian. You can't mistake their gibberish for anything else. I reckon it was some Cuman.
When did all this happen?
About 2 days ago. It was quite late at night. I haven't slept a wink since.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. But we should find the bloke and have a word with him.
What do you plan to do?
Well, if he really did steal your shoe, Mutt could track him down.
That's not a bad idea. But you'd have to give him something to get the scent.
You've got the other shoe, don't you? You can't walk around with one shoe on anyway. And Mutt's dependable.
It's not Matt I'm worried about. Just sort things out with a creep, that's all I care about.
Так. Я могу от него избавиться.
I could lure him out of the camp and slit his throat, couldn't I?
I could manage that myself. But it would only cause trouble. Is that really the best you could think of? Give him a fright, beat him up. Just don't kill him.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. But now go. We both have work to do.
Окей. Барбосе. Иди сюда. Дать понюхать. Тапок понюхай. И веди. Давай. Бля, як охуєнно, що у мене пес є. Шо у меня, кстати, по... Псарь. 30-ка, нихуя себе. Можно, кстати... Блять, пивка выпью. И пиздец. Сытость плюс 7. Нормально. Блять. Веди, ну. Оцей хуй.
Oh, you pooch.
Ну і довго ми будемо йти.
Here, Matt. Search.
Ми ж правильно йдемо чи ні? Ну, вроде да. Тут в палатке.
What is it, boy? Is this where the shoe thief lives?
Палаш. Краденая обувка.
That's Catherine's. So this is where the Cuman who won't leave her alone lives.
Окей, давай спробуем поспать. До ранку. Ось він. Це він?
May God give you help, sir.
От сука. Щось не вийшло, блядь. Значить він десь тут. Чекан. Це ти, блядь, да? Окей, ладно. Повтикаємо поки що. Коли він там повинен з'явитися? Можемо, кстати, цей підійти і подивитися, хто в цю палатку зайде. Вірно ж?
My respects.
Ось він. Я ж казав, це йобаний чекан.
So it's you. You're the Cuman that keeps bothering the black-haired bath wench. You'll leave her alone. Got it?
Mi van. Nem értem.
What are you on about? You don't understand a word I say, do you? Bathhouse. Das bad. Washing. Bathhouse wench. Woman. No watching. 9. Got that? Again?
Igen. Aha. A fürdős lány. Miért ne? Minek ütöd bele az orrod? Igen. Szeretem.
Сука, он заебал, блядь. и сбить его. Что, и собьем его?
You in the bathhouse, girl? No. You go away. Leave her alone. Otherwise, bang, bang. No more balls. Bruises. You understand that, don't you? Fight.
Bassza meg, ember, nyugodj meg! Bad girl alone, értem, jól van.
You look like you understand. See how easily we came to an agreement?
About after sundown.
Все. Та тікай, блядь. Не бачиш, я, сука, справу рішаю. І бить морду не прийшлось. Ну, можна було б йому, конечно, пику, так було б краще. Маленькая, вставай.
I found the Cuman who was stalking you. He's called Chakan. I reckon you won't have any more trouble from him.
Oh, thank God. How did you convince him to stop?
I just told him a woman like you wouldn't waste her time with someone like him.
And he understood? Have you learned Cuman? Or did you explain it with your fists? And what about my shoes?
Here they are. Both of them.
Thank God for that. I was afraid I'd have to steal someone else's. And Henry?
What?
Thank you. You're a good man. I owe you one.
Окей. Тепер залишилося почекати до ранку. Зараз в купальню. Сорі, я не хотів. Так. До кого підходити? За услугами. Тю.
God bless. Good day.
Кстати. Ага.
Good doggy. Good. What
Хозяйка.
So the bath's bringing the coin?
Not so much. And that's
Так.
farewell, my friend.
Ні, ти мені
I
по ділам.
apologize.
Тю, блядь. Мені потрібно, сука, енергію поповнити.
Greetings to you too.
Господи. Що за бред, блядь? З котрої години вона працювати починає? О, працюють.
What can I do for? And don't worry.
I can't.
Great.
I'll glad.
Давай. Сука, мочаля довго, блядь, 3 години. Цікаво, це Кетрін буде чи не Кетрін? Ні, інша
My
тітка.
God, that was really something. You'd better warn me next time. It happens.
Все, пока. Так, окей. Це мій конь? Ну на. Думаю, ніхуя себе конь заряжений, а це мій. Так, окей. Идем до кого? До чорного чи хто там? Кличка у него, конечно, така собі. Якась російська. Не одобрюю. Так, окей. Це ж, я так полагаю, я його пограбував, да? У нього 1000 монет знайшов. О, Степан.
God bless you,
Бандера.
sir.
Are you the one they call Crow?
I'm only Crow to good friends, or strangers who want to punch in the gob. Which group do you belong to?
Well, neither, I reckon. But I hope that'll change. I want to join your regiment.
You and a dozen other ne'er-do-wells. I've had fellas pestering me ever since Radovan let slip that we get double the pay. Go and ask Lord Borumlaka, I mean. He's been taking on all kinds of mercenaries. You'll fit in better with his rabble.
Oh, that'd be a waste of my talents.
Oh, really? How's that?
Я опитний шпіон. Оце хуйово. О! Кстати, як факт.
Didn't you see me fight Zavish von Garbov recently? It made a big splash.
I don't have time for that kind of thing. But the men mentioned it in the bathhouse, that's true. Defeating an experienced knight like Zavish is no mean feat. But the answer's still no.
I fought in the tournament put on by the Kuttenberg City Council. Maybe you've heard of me. I did pretty well.
We're a long way from the city and news travels slow.
Окей. Я кузнец.
I'm a blacksmith. That's useful, isn't it? You're bound to need stuff hammered straight or sharpened all the time.
Aye, we need that. God knows we do. But that doesn't mean we have to let you join up, does it?
Oh, damn it, is that still not enough for you? What more do you want?
For you to stop hassling me. You're a bit pushy for my liking. It's a bit suspicious.
Окей. Бомбандиром, блядь.
I want to serve the king, is all. Sigismund should take things in hand here and impose order, since Wenceslas isn't capable of it.
Interesting. Most people in these parts have other ideas.
Only I'm not most people. Please. Just give me a chance.
All right. We lost a couple of men recently in any case. You know what? I'll go and see Katz, our commander. He'll know what to do with you.
Who the fuck are you?
My name's Henry, sir. And I want to enlist.
So you turn up and expect us to drop to our knees in awe? Crow, why did you let this fucker in?
I thought you might want to take a look at him. It seems he made a name for himself at the Kuttenberg tournament.
Well, if that's true, but we'll have to try you out first in any case. I have this issue here.
Ah, you're not going on about that stupid charter again, are you? How many more men will you send to find it?
As many as it takes. Don't tell me you're not fed up with being stuck here. So, this is your test, Henry. Either you come back as one of us, or you don't come back at all. What do you say?
Well, that depends. The harder the work, the higher the price.
Christ, he'll fit right in. He hasn't lifted a finger yet, and he already wants his pay.
If he helps us get out of here, he can have mine as well.
Listen up, then. Some of our men have gone missing. 7 of them. And with them a wagon with horses, to be precise. They had a very important cargo they were supposed to take to Sedlitz, but they never arrived there.
It seems they were last seen somewhere between Miskovitz and Rabstein. But that was ages ago. Christ knows where they might be now.
Okay.
Hang on, why would they go past Miskovitz? That's not on the way to Sedlitz.
That's what I don't understand. But you can ask them if you find them.
Так.
Do you think someone ambushed them?
It's possible. The locals aren't too fond of us.
I don't give a shit what happened to them. They could have been eaten by squirrels for all I care. I just want that painted chest they were carrying. There's a very important charter in it, and we need it back. Got that?
Okay.
And what should I do when I find these fellas?
What do you think? Free them if someone's holding them. Bury them if they're dead. Kill them if they've deserted.
What, take down 7 men by myself?
Do you want to be a fucking soldier or not? All right then. If things get tough, come and see me and we'll sort it out somehow.
What if there's more than one charter? I need to know what's written on it.
Nothing a yokel like you would understand. If there's more than one, just bring me all of them.
Okay.
And is that all you know? What do these fellas look like? Do they have any friends in these parts? Anything at all?
Well, there is one thing. Mishek, one of those 7, came back.
And you're only telling me this now? So question him, and we'll know what's going on, won't we?
Go ahead and try it yourself, genius.
Mishek was brought back on a cart. Some peasant found the poor bloke unconscious on the road and brought him here. He's been in the infirmary since then. But you can stop by, maybe the Sawbones will be able to tell you something. His name is Musa.
And let me tell you, you ain't never seen a man like Musa before.
All right, I think I understand. Find the men and bring back the charter.
So what are you standing here for? Do you want my blessing for the road? Try not to get yourself killed.
От тут я і побував.
I need a place to sleep here overnight.
Sakra, you're right. You know what? Go down from here to the infirmary. To the right of it, there's a gate that leads to the shooting range. But don't go that far, because just beyond the gate on the left, you'll see an angled tent with a Prague banner by the entrance. That one's free, so you can make yourself at home there.
Okay.
There's a couple of things I'd...
That's good. You've got a lot to learn, lad.
Shouldn't I get a weapon as a new soldier?
If you'd have come from Prague with us, you might. But you just joined up. You shouldn't have joined the army if you don't have anything to fight with.
Okay.
Well, for a glorious army, we seem to spend a lot of time sitting on our arses. When are we going to fight?
Soldiering is mostly sitting around on your arse. Listen to someone with experience and be glad nobody's trying to brain you with a halberd yet. But if you're bored, you could empty out all the latrines in the camp. What do you say?
Actually, I've got a lot to do. I didn't mean to complain.
That's more like it.
Okay.
Who should I ask about my pay?
You haven't even gone into battle with us yet, and you already want to fill your purse. You'll get your pay in sedlets from the king himself. But first, you have to fucking earn it. Got that?
Okay.
I heard you were recently in a battle at some fortress. Nebekov, was it?
You heard right. But you won't hear any tales of glorious adventure about it, I'm afraid. A band of footpads was holed up there, so we kicked them out on their arses. No wall can withstand a cannon like our finger of God, you know? It's not like how we used to conquer fortresses in my younger days.
Could I see the cannon?
You will when the time's right, don't worry. Once we've sorted out the mess here and reached Sedlitz, I'll show you. Christ knows, you might even get a chance to fire it soon.
I've come about that.
Have you got it?
Not yet.
Aye, you're close to the moment when I lose my patience. I gave you an opportunity.
Окей. Воровати його не можна. Що у нього тут? Ніхуя цікавого. Лати якісь. Коротше, я так понял, він самий головний. Ну і ладно. Лошадей нема? Є лошаді. Ну, лошаді, конечно, не дуже.
So this is where you're hiding the cannon. Well, not for much longer. You're gonna lose it as soon as you hit the road for Sedlitz.
Окей. Що далі? Що я ще можу підмітити? У них посиделки. Можно вина выпить. Блять. Алкашка насыщает, ебануться. Тут у нас шо? Ага. Гроші це хорошо. Простая бригантина. І маркировки на ній ніякої нема. Окей, ладно. Що він читав тут хоч? Ага. Понял.
Commander Katz sent me. I'm supposed to find the soldiers who went missing. It seems one of them is in your infirmary.
Yes, Mishek. He's lying over there, and will remain lying for long. He was badly stabbed, and it will take weeks before he comes to his senses.
But I need to talk to him.
Then, you shall have to wait. When he was brought here, he was mumbling about some wagon on a place called Lota. But then he passed out and did not awake again.
Isn't there anything we can do? I don't need him to be healed, just to wake up for a while. What if we brew something with mint? That wakes me up like nothing else.
That is not such a bad idea, Henry. One can make a decoction from Varelian and mint, which is called cockerel potion. It will not heal the poor wretch, but it might wake him up for a bit. But it must be very strong. Not like what is sold by the quacks around here.
Hold on. I have something like that here.
And is it a strong enough decoction?
We'll soon find out.
Very well, friend. I will try to trust you.
Крепкий петушок. Давай спробуем. Кто ты, да? Дать снадобье. Сильное зелье с петушок.
All right. We'll see if I brewed it properly.
What's happening? Where am I?
Так.
That doesn't matter now, Mishek. But I need to speak to you urgently.
Who are you?
No, we don't have time for introductions. I need to know what happened to you and the others you went to Sedlets with.
Oh, that. What do you want to know?
What actually happened? Start at the beginning and don't leave anything out.
We were riding to Sedlets, me and 6 others. We were taking some gifts or something. A couple of crates with some valuables and a kind of painted chest with some documents. Karel and Francex talked the others into nicking the stuff and doing a runner. But I was against it, so they jumped me.
So it was your friends who did this to you?
I told them I wouldn't rat on them. But they said they'd make sure I wouldn't. Francex pounced on me and stuck a knife in my belly. But I managed to push him off and took to my heels. All I can remember is running somewhere. And then I came over all dizzy.
Ага.
I need to know where the rest of the men who are riding with you to Sedlets are. I have to find them.
I'm not sure. We talked about Lotta. It seems there's a sawmill there they could hide in. So maybe they're there. Listen, will I be all right? What are my chances? I don't feel well. What's wrong with me?
The brew is wearing off, most likely.
I'm going to die, aren't I?
No, you're not going to die. But you won't be on active duty anytime soon. You need to rest.
Rest? Yes, I should. Get my strength back.
Шо, он крякнул, да? Да, он помер. И хуёво ему. Де Муса? Во. Так.
Thanks for your help. I think I know where to go now.
Excellent, my friend. Finally someone who understands my craft a little. Perhaps you could help me here sometime. Good luck with your task. Kasagin the Manje.
А шо за...
A knight held captive here died recently. Peter of Sukatleski. Do you know anything about that?
Ah, yes. He was in poor shape when they brought him in. But if they'd let me treat him, I might have been able to save him.
What was wrong with him?
I only saw him very briefly, but it was obvious he was in bad shape. He was pale. His eyes were bloodshot. He was acting like he had been hit very hard on the head.
So it really was illness that killed him then?
Well, partly. But mostly it was negligence and disrespect for human life.
Uh-huh.
Did they forbid you from treating the prisoner?
No, not directly anyway. But let us say they made it very clear to me that the wounded from the king's army were the priority. And there is no shortage of them.
But there hasn't been a battle for some time.
Exactly. They are bored. So they get drunk and knock each other's teeth out or strain their backs in the baths.
Are you certain that knight could still be helped? Might treating him have been pointless?
Only Allah can cure the ill. I can lessen their pain, put them into a deep sleep or such. But who am I to decide whether or not the pain will return, or if they will wake up from their sleep? I do have plenty of experience, though. And I think I can recognize who has a chance of surviving, and who does not.
Thank you. I'm going now.
Понятно. Так, окей. Нам Куди нам? Хуй зна куди. Ой, хорошо, що у мене тут є ця штука. Де мій кінь? Іди сюди, дорогой. В путь. В путь, дорогой, в путь. Нам усяк. Усяк, блядь. Усяк. Та сука. А, во. Це я гоню. Я ж на лошаді, чого я так повільно?
Lovely yew bow the other day for a great price. What could suppose
Так, лагерь, да?
everyone should have a good bow on hand? Which king would that?
Stop a while, my good man.
God be with you. I'll be glad to have a drink with you, fellows.
That's precisely what young Petsker and me are doing here. We like to roll dice too.
I'll be more than happy to play with you. But first, I need to know who you are.
No worries there. I'm Bohush. Me and Petsker here are just honest-to-goodness labourers.
Угу.
Not that it's any of my concern, but you don't look like labourers to me. What's with the weapons?
Well, the roads can be very perilous nowadays, so it's good to have a piece of steel for protection, right? Luckily, it usually only takes a well-aimed smack or a couple of punches, and I can lay anyone out with my bare hands.
You say you're good at wrestling?
Oh, yeah. I can show you if you want.
Well, I'll wager I'm a better fighter than you any day, Bohush.
You're on. I'll gladly smash you up and earn some coin in the process.
Де він? Хуя себе. Іди сюди, дорогой.
You've got a lot. Wanker.
Не, ну так он меня будет вечно бить. О, Лянь, я забыл, что у них тут ХП пишет.
Fuck, that was well fought. Here's your coin as promised. We're even, right?
Nice fight. A nicer coin. Goodbye, Bohush.
А чё бывай, блядь?
Show me.
Главный конюх. Тут, кажешь, да? Хто вони такі, блядь? Тю. Он, по идее, скільки він буде спати? О, він теж піде зараз спати. Чи він хоче попіздитися? А, просто Богуш встав. Я понял. А чо, я з ними поговорити не можу, да? Ну ладно, они по ідеї мені не по завданню, так що можна скипнути цей момент. Сука, ебать, холодно. Секундочку. Так, ловушка. Я ловушки люблю.
Now you're going to get it.
А яка це ловушка, блядь? Це ловушка? Серйозно? А, я через цю деревню проходу. Ну давай. Подивимось, що он тут охороняв. Сюди я не зайду. Окей, тут я нічого не візьму. Тут они какают. Полагаю, вот тут добро. Що він охороняв? Бред якийсь. Ніяка це в жопу засада, блядь. О. Ні, ніхуя. Ой, це його... Ух ти, блядь. Що, здурел, блядь? Чого я його не можу ударити? Покажи йому. Чого я не можу зробити ніхуя? Блядь. Бля, пизда. Ну що за пиздец, бля? Короче, я понял. Коли він знизу не можна бити. Ой, коли він зверху. Он ображається і більше не повертається. Тю, блядь. Ще не дійшов. Потрібно буде йому м'яска дати потім. Де мій кінь, блядь?
God give you health, sir.
You
silly doggy. Here you go. Take it.
На, ковбаси похавай. Сорі, я чесно не хотів тебе уїбати. Так, окей. І по ідеї кудись сюди, да? Глянь. Все зачинено. Так.
Have you seen any soldiers around here? Or a wagon with the Prague colors?
You've come at last. I've been expecting you.
Really?
Your arrival was foretold. The voices that destroyed the white gates of Jericho spoke to me, promising that you'd stand by my side against evil.
Excuse me? What evil am I supposed to stand up against?
Enemies are on their way. They are coming on their red and white sailboats of cloth, stealing peace from the hearts of good folk.
Aye. Sure.
You must help me, knight. Your coming was foretold. You shall stand by my side when we strike. The Lord has chosen us. We have to fight Sir Henry.
Ніхуя себе.
How do you know my name?
Ye who are warriors of God.
Hey, I asked you something.
And of his law. Beg God's aid and trust in him.
Come to your senses, damn it. Have you seen any soldiers here or not? They had a wagon carrying a painted chest.
I saw the chest.
You saw it? Where?
The forces of evil hoard chattels and store them in a painted chest. They hide them in the roofs of their houses. Yet shall they themselves crawl in the dust. This have I seen, and told to the chosen knight.
Шала Віктор, якийсь він дивний. А тут що, окей?
What the fuck are you doing here? Get lost if you value your life.
Calm down. I just want to talk.
Talk then, or I kick your arse out.
Так, мені, я так полагаю, сюди, да?
What the flare off?
Та блять, ёбаные пеньки, ну. Я поговорити хочу.
Scram! Right now! What do you want then?
I've only come for one document. That's all I want from you.
What fucking document? Hold on. You mean that parchment we were taking to Sedlats? Dobradella. The fellow hopes to get his hands on something worth running off for. But all that's in the fucking chest is useless shit and some stupid fucking parchment. Hey, how come you know about it?
I found Mishek, and he told me everything.
Dobradella. So he survived and sent you after us? That's not like him.
No, not after you. Just to get the charter. He said he can't go back to the camp without it.
Ah, I see. So, how shall we do this?
Что дальше делать будем?
Why did you quit the army, anyway? I reckon that's a bit risky.
Unlike battling all the time, you mean? We were just fed up with it. Sleeping in a shitty tent, never getting a proper meal, and on top of that, all the slaughtering.
What do you plan to do? You can't hide forever.
We'll take everything worth anything, hunt for something to eat, and take to the hills. Every man for himself. With a bit of luck, they'll forget about us in a month or two, and we'll be able to go back to Prague.
Why did you try to kill Mishek? I get that you wanted to run away, but that poor wretch didn't do anything wrong.
Poor wretch. He's a fucking coward. He'd never have gone along with us, and he'd have spilt the beans as soon as cats looked at him sideways. We had to get rid of him.
There's no point dragging this out, is there? Just give me the charter, and I'll be on my way.
And you'll leave us be?
Блять. И шо выбрать? Ступай с Богом.
Go wherever you like. I just need the parchment.
All right. It's up in the loft, in the painted chest. You can take it. There's a ladder in the chamber. And you never saw us, right?
This is your end, you wretch!
Что за хуйня? Что за бред, блядь?
You're no match for us!
Чё они напали, ёпта? Блядь, смертный приговор себе приписали. Ну, блядь, типы. Я ж, сука, хотел по-человечески, блядь. Я вот, сука, вырішил, блядь, пощадить, сука.
Enough! I give up!
Why should I let you go?
Ну.
I surrender. Let me go.
There'll be no mercy. Fight!
Давай. Вы сами напали, блядь. Бэм. Ну, в принципе, вони не без греха. Правильно ж, правильно. Смерть заслужили. Воювали за Сигизмунда, воювали. Да, перестали воювати, ну, пожинай свої склади, як кажуть. Как бы они уже не без греха. Так, окей. Що ще? Гроші. Ця херь. У нього що? Хуйня якась. Що? Що це таке? А, це щит, блядь. Окей. Тут що? Булава сотника. Та, блядь, скільки коштує? 700, не буду брати. Ти що тут? Ну окей. Глянь, они ловчого захуярили. Чому, блядь? Чому мені їх не вбити за це, а? Що вони, сука, тварі? Так, тут ніхуя. Тут, по ідеї, теж. Тут що? А куда они все діли, блядь? В сундук запахало, чи що? Не розумію вообще ніхуя. Ну, я так понял, в сундуке, да? Тут что? Нихуя. Окей. Что далі? Тут что? Во, вот она. Седло хуйня. Тут что? Блять, нихуя стоящего, пиздец. Не могли ж вони все, блять, розпродати, правильно? Unreal. Так, тут що? Гроші, окей. Тут що? Кролики. Блять, нихуя цінного, вообще пиздец. Вони роз'їбали у цю телегу, блять, роздербанили тут все і ніхуя нема. Як так-то? Так, окей. Я можу прочитати грамоту чи ні? Можу. Блять, не бачу, піздець, це засвітло. Так, окей, потрібно в інше приміщення кудись зайти. Кудись сюди. Та блять. Світло є? Заєбумба, вот тут стану, зараз буду читати. Та сука. Як мені стать нормально? Блять, лянь. Вот так вот якось, да? Ну, ладно. Ладно. Да. Все, можно уебывать. Чего изичное вышло. Туда. В путь. Так. Так, що, далі в лагерь? Ви казали, там десь ліжко є. Потрібно зганяти.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
Да.
God be with you.
Да.
How's the watch going?
Так. Тик. Де він казав моя халабуда? Сучара. Окей. Похуй, я ж можу не спать. Я можу просто бухнуть, і у мене енергія восстановиться. Правильно ж? Блять, оце це було зайве. Шнапса потрібно їбануть. І медовухи їбануть. Блять, що ти робиш? Все, туди його. Блять. Це, конечно, я думаю, зараз зробив. Ну похуй, що зробити. Зараз отрезвею. Думаю, це не проблема. От голода там якась штука є, да? Желудочне снадоб'я чи що? Во. Сильне мені не потрібно, мені потрібно слабе. І там іще якась хуйня. Оце, да? А, це похмілля. Ну да, оце. Слабе желудочне снадоб'я. То, що потрібно. І голод то так хуйок, як рукою зняло. Не дай Бог я досі п'яний буду, піздець. Це вообще буде шляпа. Бадун, охуєнно, блядь. Ну, якщо час тягнути, можна до баб сходити. Хулі, бабок дохуя.
Excuse me.
Заодно і засейвлюсь. Чого у меня, блядь, стоїть оця хуйня на першому місці? Хай меч буде. Так. Де тетя? Ось вона. Да? Ні. Це мильниця. Служанка. Хозяйка, блядь. Що нас жрет, блядь? Вже працювати потрібно. Иди сюда.
What can I do?
I've heard
Так,
what?
сюда.
You.
Пока. Хангри вона. Хуянгри. Мне ж похуй, блядь. Голодная ты, не голодная. Вообще поебать. Завали ебало.
I'm sorry.
Завали ебало. Так, окей. Що ти мені скажеш? О, муса.
What bloody god would care if someone has a drink?
The kind who cares about people's health.
It's peculiar, even so. I just don't understand anything anymore. The world has changed, friend. War has changed.
War? War never changes.
Bollocks. You used to need skills to train with weapons. In short, to be a real soldier. But nowadays, you can be the best warrior far and wide, but some yokel shoots a crossbow at you, and you're done for. Fucking progress.
Короче, завали ебало. Я тебе грамоту принес.
I've come about that charter you're looking for.
Have you got it?
Yes.
By Christ, Henry. All them men couldn't find it, and you just come strolling in. And the soldiers who were taking it to Sedlitz, did you find them as well?
Aye. But they weren't planning to go to Sedlitz. They deserted, and were hiding out in the sawmill near Lahota.
Horsons. Where are they now? What did you do with them?
I took care of them. They got what they deserved.
Well, he might look like a stripling, but he's anything but. Nice work. That's your mission accomplished, then. You're one of us from now on, Henry. Here, take our Rock and wear it with pride. And you know what? I think you should get paid right now. And a bit extra, even if I have to go without.
So we can move out from the camp at last?
First things first. You know the first thing every real soldier does when he gets paid? He gets shit drunk! Musa, did you hear that? Henry here found us that stupid document.
And he dealt with the traitors. Perhaps even too well for my taste.
Let them rot in hell, the Horsens.
And what now? Will you head out for Sedlets?
The sooner the better. Don't tell me you'll miss me.
It is just that you have not finished telling me the story of George and the dragon.
Really? All right, but telling a story like that needs a proper drink first. You too, Henry. Drink.
Давай.
As you command, sir. To the Praggers.
Long live the Praggers. At last, I don't have to drink alone. Moose is not much of a drinking companion, see?
Alcohol and gambling may have their uses, but they are also sinful. And much more sinful than beneficial. I mean, look at yourself. A man should have 4 humors in his body. But you have replaced them all with alcohol.
You're no saint yourself. I've heard from the bathhouse wenches how you can't take your eyes off them.
Every creature is beautiful and noble. For Allah created them thus. I'm just admiring his work.
You've got a way with words, I'll give you that. All the more reason I don't understand why you don't drink and play dice.
I simply do not want to.
But I fucking do. So come on, Henry. You'll play with me at least.
Давай.
Nah, why not? Let's have a game.
That's the spirit. You're a man after my own heart.
Careful, friend. Winning money of the captain is never a good idea.
Да похуй. Думаешь, мне не поебать? И Генри скалятся, блядь. Генри оф скалец. Ёпта, блядь.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
Так, що я його роз'їбав? Поки ні. Поки ні, окей. І ніхуя. Ладно, окей, давай так поки що.
Aye, that'll do. Like this.
Та він грати не вміє. Бросять, проіграють. Дивіться. От хуйло, блядь.
That's enough for me.
Так, що тут в тебе? Що тут в мене? Раз, два, три, 4. 400. Давай зробимо так, окей. Все, он виграв, блядь.
Wonderful.
I won. That's the way it's fucking done.
Ты был лучше.
Damn it. I almost had you. Oh well, you were better, sir. That's all there is to it.
Come now, don't start blubbing. You'll get me back next time, won't you? And now for a drink.
Ну, я думаю, це було мені не в ущерб. У мене 200 залишилось. І до цього, що він мені дав.
And so St. George hops on his white steed, and he rides to the lake, where he sees a huge mountain with a cave at the bottom. Stench of sulfur, it's wafting from it. And so he shouts at the top of his lungs into the cave and says, "Come
out, dragon! I challenge you to a fight! And so, all of a sudden, the mountain moves, and massive dragon looks down at George and says, "Sir Knight, I accept your challenge, but why the fuck are you shouting up my arse?" I love that, sir. Up his arse.
Sir, you have to come with me quickly. The surgeon too.
Can't you see we're in the middle of serious debate?
No, please, come quickly, before it's too late.
What's going on? This is Chatan. He leads the Cumans.
He has been stabbed. Tudo bem. Kitchen outdoors.
Who did it?
We will not get anything out of him in this state. We must get him to the infirmary before he bleeds to death.
Will someone please explain to me what the fuck is going on here?
They said they just found him like this.
These two, they were on guard in the tower, and out of the blue they heard a scream.
When his men find out about this, we'll be lucky to not end up in the same position as him.
We've got to move him quickly. He's in plain sight here.
Quick, before it's too late.
I'll help you with him.
You two, go to the gate. Don't let anyone in. You got it?
What are your orders, Lord of Burmlaka?
What do you think? Catch the bastard who did it!
Well, that never would have occurred to me. We're lucky to have you here.
Don't make me mad. If your men had done their sentry duty properly, we could have spared ourselves this fuck-up.
I'll deal with Aldebert and Radovan, don't you worry. But now we have to do something.
All right. You search this place, and I'll go to see Chertan in the infirmary.
Right now? What good can you do there? Be better if you help me here.
Do what I said, and don't concern yourself with me. I'll go where I want, when I want.
Fine. Go to hell for all I care. So, Henry, Chertan's at death's door. Musa is up to his elbows in his guts. Grosov won't do a fucking thing. And I'm pissed out of my head. I'd like to hear any suggestions.
Так.
Well, the most important thing is to keep this hushed up. Things will really go to shit if anyone finds out.
It's true. Doesn't take much to get that Cuman rabble's blood up. I don't want to end up in a goulash. We're gonna have to sort this out. Being a commander here is a right pain in the arse. Soldiering was different in my day. Nobody would have dared stab an officer right in the camp. Kurva! You know what, soldier? I'm gonna go and take care of something in my tent for a while. And you take a torch and search this place.
All right. Go and get some rest, and I'll take a look around.
What do you fucking mean, rest? I'm going to have a think. Drinking until we're all slaughtered. Sigismund wants us all hung, drawn, and quartered. Sing, my friends, soon we'll be gutted like piggies.
Так, окей.
And lo and behold, where might this trail of blood lead to?
Що тут у нас?
Yeah, Catherine was right. I'll never get such a massive cannon out of here. I have to get cats to move it out of the camp somehow.
Хуя тут ядра, блядь. Що тут ще? порох, да? Не понял. Є якісь взаємодії?
There's powder all over the place. One spark and the whole store would be blown sky high. Are the soldiers really so lax? Or could there be more to it than that?
І я тут з факелом тусуюсь. Блядь. Бля, пиздец мощная хуйня. Ну, на ті часи. Так, окей. Це що? Куди ведет кровь? А куди кровь ведет?
Why would anyone throw away a lockpick here? Could it be I'm not the only one looking to make mischief here?
Ніхуя не розумію.
Aha. So this is most likely where they use the lockpick.
Це все? Блять, а хто шпіонничає? Цікаво. І де, бляха, кров ділась? Блять, ну на цьому, походу, все. Повозки никого. Блять. Може я ще щось... Блять. Ще щось проїбав чи ні? По ідеї, ні. Типу на цьому все. Води.
Right. I've searched the whole place.
Did you find anything?
Так. Ну да.
I noticed that the powder store is unlocked. That can't be deliberate, can it?
No, it fucking can't. Unless Shirtan wanted to spice up his porridge in the middle of the night, it looks like there's a thief about again.
Again?
It's already happened once or twice that someone went to steal powder. That's why we had it moved up here. Maybe Shirtan disturbed the thief on the job and he started waving a dagger around.
Ah, that doesn't seem likely. There's 1,000 other possible explanations. Maybe Chertan met someone here, they had a quarrel, and it turned into a fight.
Or maybe he slipped in the mud and fell on his dagger, eh? 15 times. Let's go to the infirmary instead and take a look at Chertan. Maybe Musa's already finished with him.
Where the fuck have you been all this time? While you lot have been playing with cocks up there, Chertan croaked.
What? Musa couldn't save him?
That fucking sawbone of yours finished him off, more like. He took one of his pagan potions and poured it down his throat.
What the hell are you talking about?
That's what I'd like to know. Can someone explain what the fuck happened here?
Chertan's dead. Not from his wounds. He was poisoned. Sir Grozav is right about that. But he could not be more wrong about the rest.
How dare you foreign dog!
Calm down, sir. Go on, Musa.
When Chertan was brought here, he was bleeding heavily, and his wounds needed stitching. But he survived. Then I gave him some wine to prepare him for treatment. That is the usual procedure. But what was not usual was that he started vomiting blood. And then he died.
I'd bet it was the wine that killed him. There's lots of poisons you could add to it, and nobody would notice. Well, until it's too late, of course.
You are probably right, my friend.
How come you even have wine here? You keep saying you're not allowed to drink.
As I said, I give it to wounded men to ease their pain and for certain complaints. At the right dose, it can be very beneficial. It is not all that common in my country, but I follow the teachings of the great scholar Ibn Sina. You Christians know him as Avicenna. I tried other alcohol as well, but drinking mead makes my patients worse. And if I give them beer, they almost always shit themselves.
That's enough. Keep an eye on this fiend till I bring the guards.
Wait, sir. I have no idea what happened here, but Musa is definitely innocent. Chertan was stabbed first, wasn't he? And Musa was with me in my tent when that happened.
So, he's in league with someone else?
With one of the half-wits here? I doubt that.
Are you sure you're not trying to cover for him?
I beg your pardon?
Don't try that on me. I know very well you and that foreigner are best pals.
I will happily take an oath. I may not be a nobleman like you, but that doesn't mean I don't have my honor.
There's no way Musa is to blame. Even if he wanted to kill Chertan, he must have known that suspicion would fall on him first.
The lad's right.
Might I say a word about this matter?
You can be glad you're not in irons.
Please, sir. Give me some time, and I will bring to you the real murderer. We won't leave this place until we clear this up. You have my word.
What? But sir, you said we were going to move out first thing in the morning.
Things have changed a bit since then, or haven't you noticed? Not even a handcart carrying dung will leave the camp till I give the order.
So I'm supposed to let a murderer go and put up with you in my camp meanwhile. Are you yanking my pizzle?
But sir...
Silence! Musa will remain under guard in his tent. He will not speak to anyone until the royal justiciar arrives from Sedlets. He'll deal with him. And my advice to you two is to sit on your asses and twiddle your thumbs. If word gets out that Chertan's been done in, things will get pretty hot around here for all of us.
Where do you think you're going, Henry? Stay here and talk. What do you say to all this?
Well, sir, I may not understand what all this is about, but I think we should help Musa somehow.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this.
Well, what are we going to do then?
That's what I'd like to know. We have to find the real murderer as quickly as possible. But what do I know about that? I'm not the royal justiciar.
What is this royal justiciar?
He's a crown official who makes sure the law is enforced in this land. His people catch and try all sorts of counterfeiters, rebels, aye, murderers too. Sigismund may not have appointed one yet, but I've heard he's put Stever of Steversits in charge of this kind of thing. And if that's true, and Gorzov brings him here, we're all in the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this Stibor of Steversits?
A real big cheese, lad. He owns half of Upper Hungary. And you don't get that kind of wealth by being kind-hearted. Trust me.
You really don't have any idea what to do next?
How could I? We should probably talk to Musa. Find out exactly what happened.
But Grozov has him under guard.
And there's no way I can get to him. Everyone knows my face. But you could do it.
Me?
Who else, soldier? I need help. Someone I can trust. And you spent the whole evening with me, so you're not a suspect. You have to get rid of the guard somehow, and get to Musa.
Okay.
All right. How much time do we have? To find the murderer, I mean.
I'm not sure. Grozov will most likely write a report to Sigismund, and delivering it to Sedlitz won't take long. Then he has to decide what to do next, which means sending the royal justiciar here. And how long can that take? I'd say we have 2 days or so.
Окей.
All right. I'll try to distract the guard somehow.
Good idea. Grozov's men are all blockheads. It'll be easy as pie. And Henry, be careful. I'm depending on you.
That bastard. We're stuck here because of him. I hope Musa will know what to do. That bastard.
Так,
We're
окей.
stuck here because of him. I hope Musa will know what to do.
Поговорить с Мусой. Поговорить позже со стражей. Так, следование убийства. Давай попрошу. Хотя давай, я может так спробую.
Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
Здорово, здорово.
Master Guard.
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
Huh. What are you doing here?
That's what I'd like to know. They just came and said I should guard the physician and not let him out of my sight. Even if he wants a piss, I have to go with him. You wouldn't happen to know what's going on, would you?
Так. Кто-то хочет убить Муса.
I heard someone was threatening Musa. They're afraid someone might come and cut his throat. So they thought it best to have him under guard. But you didn't hear it from me. Got that?
Mother of God! Why do I have to be the one to guard him? Am I supposed to get my throat cut for him?
Так.
Look, why don't you go for a walk or something? Who knows what's happening with Musa? You don't want to get mixed up in anything dangerous.
And leave him unguarded? Do you know what Grozov would do if he found out? I'll take my chances here, thanks.
То ты заебал. Давай
Would you rather
спробуем.
go and have an ale? You won't miss anything here.
Actually, it's not a
Нихуя
bad
себе.
idea. That Moore can look after himself.
Ебать угар. Значить, блядь, захищати його то вбивство, блядь, он, сука, не може, блядь. А бухнуть он, сука, піти може.
Henry? What are you doing here? Grozov said...
Nah, to hell with Grozov. Katz believes you didn't do it. We have to clear your name somehow.
I truly appreciate that. But I am not sure that is possible. Tinja sireye, mene mene sireye.
What?
It is a proverb from my country. It means the road to truth has many twists and turns.
Well, we'll straighten them all out. Don't worry. But I'm gonna need your help.
Так.
What happened when you brought Chertan to the infirmary?
I already told you everything. We laid him on the table. Crow went his own way and I started cleaning Chertan's wounds. Then I gave him some wine to drink. And he suddenly began to shake and vomit blood soon after. He was dead.
And what happened next?
Then the noble lord of Borumlaka arrived and started to go mad.
Did Chertan say anything before he died?
He tried to, but my Hungarian is not as good as I thought. He was coughing so much that I could not understand anything.
What about that wine? Could I take a look at it?
Lord Grozov poured it away in anger before you arrived. So that I could not poison anyone else, he said.
He poured it away? When it could have helped us? The wine was evidence.
Evidence that here in Bohemia you will drink, even vinegar. It smelt and looked the same, as always. Except perhaps it was a little more cloudy.
Where was the wine from, actually?
A bathhouse maid brought it to me along with my clean laundry. A very pretty girl. Black hair, nicely built. Catherine, I think she's called.
Catherine?
Блядь.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. But I doubt that she was mixed up in this. Chertan was not the first person I gave the wine to today. The wine must have been poisoned here, in my infirmary.
All right. But what now? How will we find the murderer?
I have done some thinking about that. After all, what else can I do here? The best thing would be to investigate the poison. Every poison has different effects. One makes your hair fall out. Another turns your guts inside out. If we discover what poison was used on Chertan, we just have to find it, and the mystery is solved.
Okay.
How can we identify the poison, then?
That is not hard. I examine the dead body, I find the symptoms of the poison, and I compare them with known effects of poisons. That is, I would, if I could get out of here.
And could I help you somehow? Can't be that hard, can it?
Certainly not. Why study something for years when common sense is enough? I'm sorry. That was not courteous of me. I am sure you will manage somehow. The first thing to do is to go to Chertan's corpse and examine it thoroughly. Arms, legs, face. You must remember everything that looks strange to you. In the infirmary, you'll find a chest. Take from it my almanac of poisons and compare what you saw with the symptoms described there. You can read, I hope.
Aye, pretty well.
Excellent. The chest is locked. But I trust you will manage somehow.
Okay.
You have a whole book just about poisons? Where did you get it?
I bought it on my way here, in Moravia. I have not yet had time to study it properly, but please, do not mention it to anyone. It would not look good for someone in my situation to have such a book. You surely understand.
Right. Examine Chertan's body and read the book. I can manage that. Who do you think killed Chertan?
I have no idea. But what I do know is that we will not get anywhere if we suspect everyone in the camp. Who do you think is the prime suspect at this moment?
What about Stephen? He's the one who led us to the store.
And he carried Chertan to the infirmary with me. So, he could have poisoned the wine while I was not looking.
Couldn't Katz have done it? He is one of the local captains, after all. Maybe he wanted to improve his standing.
What? How do you mean, Katz?
Well, he couldn't have killed him by his own hand, of course. But he could have recruited someone to do it. And then he spent the night drinking with us, so we would testify to his innocence.
That seems unlikely. Why would he care about his standing here? He wants to move everyone out as soon as possible anyway.
But what about the two guards who found Cherton? Couldn't they have done it?
Aldebert and Radovan? It is strange they did not notice anything until it was too late. That is true.
I heard Sir Grozov couldn't stand Cherton.
I have heard the same. And did you notice how quickly he accused me?
Well, what do you think?
And I would bet that it was one of us who was there at the time. And because it cannot be you, me, or Katz, that leaves Grozov, Stephen, and the two guards. Someone should question them all. Maybe their statements will give something away.
Well, I don't have much time, but I'll try to talk to them.
I am very grateful, my friend.
What if we forgot about finding the murderer, and I just helped you escape? You'd be long gone before Grozov found out.
Thank you for the offer. But look at me. My appearance is a little conspicuous. There is nowhere for me to hide in this country. And even if I did get away by some miracle, they would punish you and Katz instead of me. I cannot allow that.
Окей. Значит, идем шукать.
Was it you who found Cherton?
Aye. Me and my comrade there.
I need to ask you a couple of questions.
I don't know nothing. We didn't do nothing.
You really didn't see anything? You're standing there on the tower, and you don't hear a man getting murdered? That's a bit odd, isn't it?
Are you deaf? I told you we didn't notice nothing.
No, I believe you. But that only tells me you weren't taking your guard duty as seriously as you claim you were.
Well, it's possible.
What's possible?
It's possible we dozed off for a while.
Oh, Christ. I knew it. You two were asleep up there.
No, we might have just shut one eye for a moment, but we wasn't sleeping. We'd have noticed if anything happened there. But before Cherton started yelling, it was all peace and quiet.
What did you do when you found Cherton?
It all happened so fast. Before we could come to our senses and decide what to do, Crow turned up.
Crow?
Aye. He heard the racket and came to see what was going on. And I'll tell you, when he saw Cherton, he went as pale as a ghost. But he snapped out of it quick and told us to wait for him to go and get Katz. If it wasn't for him, Cherton would have bled to death there.
How did you find Cherton?
I don't remember too well. I remember we heard someone yelling. So we ran down to the ammunition store, and there he was on the ground.
Have you noticed anyone suspicious hanging around by the powder store recently?
There's always someone going in and out. But no strangers. Not everyone can get up to that part of the camp. In fact, everyone who has access came to the place where Cherton was lying.
As far as I know, there were two of you on guard duty on the tower. What's the other soldier like?
Him? God's teeth. He's the most annoying bloke I've ever met. Can't keep his mouth shut. A complete twat.
Anyone can be a bit of a twat sometimes.
But he out-twats them all. He never stops banging on about the most run-of-the-mill things. Like, he was living in a cave until now. I try to tell him I'm not fucking interested, but he doesn't take any notice. Between you and me, it's quite a relief that this business with Cherton shut him up for a while.
Окей. Мы не сюда, да?
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
Сундук. Забираем все. Прочесть книгу о едах.
Right. I've learned something about poisons. Now I should examine Chertan's body.
Блять, пиздец. Зато я нихуя не понял. Ну давай, подивимось. Подмышка волосата.
Right. Here we go. Holy Mary, Mother of God. Don't let me miss anything. And forgive me for what I'm doing to this unfortunate wretch. He looks a bit ruddy. But is that from the poison? Or was he just drunk? I can't see anything strange here. No bruises or broken lips. I suppose the murderer surprised him and didn't give him a chance to defend himself. Ah, what a stench. Coughed up some blood, all right. But he also threw his guts up. Ugh. There's no way I'm examining that.
Что там за суета происходит?
That's a nasty wound. I almost feel sorry for Chertan. But why would someone kill him in the most heavily guarded part of the camp, instead of trying to lure him outside? Several stab wounds in the belly, all close together, and very deep. The murderer definitely knew what he was doing. Though that hardly narrows down the field in an army camp. Almost everything is covered in blood. But there doesn't seem to have been much of a fight. I can't see anything ripped or sliced off. There's nothing missing. Whoever killed him, it doesn't look like a robbery.
Так, руки и ноги залишилось, да?
He looks horribly rigid and contorted. He must have died in awful spasms. Nothing strange here except the stiffness and broken nails. Could he have dug his nails into the table when the spasm started? And what's this here? Something that looks like warts. But did the poison cause them? Or was he a filthy pig and always had them?
Смотрит ноги.
Completely rigid. Just like the arms. But, oh, Christ, what a stink! Ugh, he shot himself. I've heard it happens to the dead, but that much? Ugh. Maybe the poison did that. That'll have to do. I've found out enough. He had spasms, he shot himself, warts or lesions on his hands, as red as a poppy. But that could be from drinking, or lots of things. I mustn't forget anything. That's the main thing.
Вернуться к Мусе. Окей.
I read that book of yours, and I think I know now what Chertan was poisoned with.
What do you mean, you think? Do you know, or not?
Ёбаный рот.
Think fast.
Сука, да ну нахуй, що читать прийдеться, блядь. Ладно, он обосрался, что там еще? Бородавка, скрюжил от боли. Погибель. Окей, це не воно. Окей, це не то. Не воно. Поцілуй смерті тільки. Ні. Поцілуй смерті, на.
I know what Chertown... The potion is called Kiss of Death. It causes vomiting, cramps, boils, and rapid death.
This name means nothing to me. I suppose I did not get that far in the book, but if you think the symptoms are the same, I will believe you. Are you sure it was that poison? Were there not more in the book?
Absolutely certain. The murderer couldn't have used anything else.
All right. I have no choice but to believe you. Now, we can only hope that the murderer has not had time to get rid of the evidence.
I better start searching fast, hadn't I? You said that the suspects are Grozov, Crow, and the two guards. This won't take long.
Wait a moment. There is something I must tell you.
Of course. Go on.
First, you should know that I am grateful for what you are doing. Were it not for your investigation, I probably would not be standing here. But I cannot stop thinking about how brilliantly you dealt with Mishek. Why would someone with your abilities want to enlist? I do not suspect you of Chertan's murder, of course. Do not worry. It is all strange, though. People have just been sitting around for months here. And all of a sudden you turn up, and everything is turned upside down.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Tell me the truth, my friend. Who are you? Really?
Так.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is this some kind of loyalty test or something? I'm just doing what I'm told to do. Is there something wrong with that?
I have more important things to do than to try to trick you. I am asking you sincerely, as a friend. Who are you?
Кто ты? Хм. Блядь. Я хуй знает. Ну давай, окей.
All right. I'll try to trust you. Maybe I'm not King Sigismund's most ardent supporter.
I knew it! I could tell straight away that you were cleverer than others in this camp.
You're pleased? Aren't you a courtier of his?
It was not my first choice. Or do you think I long to spend half my life in some dirty tent?
How did you come to be in Sigismund's court?
That is a long story. I once served Sultan Bayezid. Although the Osmans are not that welcoming to my people, the Sultan at the time received envoys from all over the world, so I was useful. But soon after, we found ourselves at war with Timur and his Golden Horde. Luckily, that is, luckily for me, it was around then that Sigismund's messenger came to see the Sultan. And I managed to persuade the Sultan to send me to Hungary as a goodwill gesture. I am sure you understand that I did not want to wait for Timur's savages to cut my head off. But let us just say that King Sigismund did not show me the respect my position is worthy of. Instead of making me his counselor and physician, he sent me here.
Well, you could go elsewhere if you don't like it here. I know a few people who would value someone like you.
I am grateful to you, my friend. But I must refuse. I have had many experiences in life and come out of them alive. And do you know why? Because I am a total coward. And not just that, I am duly proud of it. I would be very happy to get away from here, and perhaps even return home, but only when I am sure I will survive the journey. So I think it will be best if we each go our own way.
You know nothing. I know nothing.
And this conversation never took place.
I'd better go and search the tents.
Good luck. I am depending on you.
Так, окей. Обыскать палатку Мусы.
I wouldn't mind a piece of that. For pain, exhaustion, fever, all healing remedies.
Що ще можна подивитися?
Beautiful. But empty. No poison.
Блять. Не можна ж, блять. Що це?
No, there's nothing here. Moose is definitely not to blame.
Окей. От тут я знайду. Я просто чисто випадково вскрив сундук і там були бабки. Рандомно. Ну давай, поки ніч. Вскрою. Степан Ворона. У него по-любому. Ну, он причатный, блядь. Я один раз выпадково себе проспойлерил, блядь. Ладно, я до нього потім повернусь. О, я знайшов свою халабуду. Де вона? Оце? Хуяся со своїм сундуком. Ба, я тепер крутий. Ладно. Ворона причетний по-любому. Інфа сотка. Стражник.
How did you find Chertan, actually?
We heard yelling, so we went to take a look. I don't miss nothing, see? And there was Chertan, crawling in pool of the blood and babbling something. But I don't understand that gibberish, do I?
Before the murder, did you see anyone hanging around by the powder store? Doing something with the lock, maybe? Or already inside, even?
Nobody went up there the whole night. I'm telling you, we was watching like hawks.
There were two of you on guard duty, yeah? What's the other soldier like?
Him? He's a good pal of mine. The best in the whole camp. Always happy to listen to what I have to say, and that's plenty, believe me. The things I've seen since we left Prague. I'd never have dreamt of some of the things I've seen in this world.
Okay.
He's the camp commander, but it looks like a pauper lives here. I reckon Grozov's fallen on hard times. Oh, that's valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make dollmaker potion. But Chertan was poisoned with Kiss of Death. Or was he?
Окей. Ми зробимо отак от. Це що? Понятно. В нього що? Окей, окей. Хуйня. Дешевое вино, жизнь в корчме. Туда-сюда. Окей. Залишився тільки один. Двоє. Так, у цього я теж уліки знайду. Це я знаю. Тут що у нас? Так, мені потрібно в дальній буде зайти, да? Нікого більше нема. Все, в дальню палату. Самогон. Окей.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Just a broom. No, I doubt that pair of drunks could have killed Chertan even if they wanted to.
Що ще можна?
Ugh, stinks of vomit.
А отут?
The water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses?
Давай отут скриваємо. Грошей більше нема, сука. Так, зачекай. Щось знайшов. Ограбить.
Oak. Dry as a bone.
Що ще можна?
Nails. Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're covered in some kind of dirt. Hold on. Nails, rosewater, oak bark. They're all used to brew Kiss of Death.
Зараз ще знайду цей. І гроші, блядь. У когось я гроші знаходив. У нього ж, да? Ну ладно. Зараз почитаємо, що там написано. Иное, книги, задания.
What is this strange letter? Nothing good, I'm sure.
Это друг.
You're always like that. You don't have to eat anything. God bless.
Что на карте? А, на карте нихуя. Ага. Так. Подготовиться защищать мусор на суді. Окей. Як цього хуя зовут? Степан Ворона. Степан Ворона і... Як того хуя зовут? Як тебя, сука, зовут? Грозав из Брамглебля. Я понял.
Good to see you.
Cheers. I hope
Cheers.
you have an uneventful shift.
Так, окей. І скільки мені чекати, блядь? Де? Оце моя палата, да? Да. Степан Ворона і якийсь там хуй. Все. Зараз братіка захищу.
You silly doggy.
Що, з ким розмовляти? А, з тобою?
Right. I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
My word, you're bristling with confidence. We still have some time, so calm down, or you'll give yourself a fit. In the meantime, I'll go and get everything ready.
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter roughly what happened, and I trust we can settle the matter quickly and quietly. But before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grosov. King Sigismund placed his trust in you, but you don't seem to be up to the task.
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and turned them into a proper military camp. Everything here is as it should be.
Only your soldiers seem to die from time to time, eh?
There are always problems, but as you can see, I can deal with them. We caught Musa of Mali in the act. You just need to pronounce judgment.
Так.
Musa is innocent.
Christ, Henry, be quiet.
And who might you be?
That is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers. He just doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Let him speak, then. I'm sure he has something very important to tell us. Tell me, lad, why is Musa innocent, in your opinion?
Так.
Sir, people don't murder each other for no reason. They murder mostly for revenge or profit. And Musa had no motive. You can ask everyone in the camp. Musa never had any quarrel with Chertan.
But if it wasn't Musa, who did kill Chertan?
Chertan was killed by our corporal, Stephen, known as Crow.
What? Me? Fucking hell, Henry.
Crow? That one with the mustache?
That's right, sir. He's Katz's right-hand man. I bet they're both mixed up in it.
Nobody asked for your opinion, but I am eager to hear yours, lad. And start at the beginning. What happened that night by the powder store, by your reckoning?
Так. Давай зробимо отак от. Воровать.
Crow tried to break into the store to steal powder, but Chertan caught him in the act. A fight broke out, and that's how it ended.
What nonsense! Where's your proof?
Так.
There was a prize lock lying on the ground by the ammunition store. If Katz or Grozab had wanted to go inside, they'd have simply used their own key.
Is that all you've got against me? In case you hadn't noticed, there are scores of people in this camp who haven't got a key to the ammunition store.
But you're the only one who was loitering up there at night.
Stop all this shouting! Listening to peasants like you two is painful. So keep it short and to the point. What happened next? You carried Cherton to the infirmary? Isn't that right, Sir Musa?
Yes, sir. There, I gave him wine to drink, and I prepared to stitch his wounds, but he died before I could.
It seems someone poisoned the poor fella.
Так.
In such a short space of time? How?
We do not know for certain.
Have you at least tried to find out if anyone had this poison?
Well, not only did we try, sir. In Crow's tent, I found rosewater, nails, and oak bark. These are used to make a poison known as Kiss of Death. And that's exactly what was used to kill Chertan, sir.
You fucker! I don't have any of those things!
That's enough! I've heard all I need to know. Cats, I hereby convict that corporal of yours for murder.
What?
Sir Grossoff, have a gallows erected.
Leave me alone!
Don't make this harder than it need be. We could have you tortured, too.
You whoresons! Just try and catch me! To hell with you!
Блядь.
Well, Lord Stieberitz, I'd say we've cleared everything up.
True. Get rid of the body outside the camp. He doesn't deserve to be buried with soldiers who fell for the king. And I apologize to you, Sir Musa, for all this unpleasantness.
My head will remain on my shoulders. That is the main thing.
You needn't have been afraid of that. Your sort get hanged. It's a waste of a blade.
I wouldn't laugh so much if I were you. You aren't up to running the camp. Under these circumstances, I can't let you remain here unsupervised.
What? I didn't do anything.
Exactly. And look where your inaction brought us. I will take command for the moment.
You can't do that.
Indeed, I can. And much more besides. I will live in the royal tent. I'm sure cats will be happy to leave it to me.
It's all yours. We won't be staying much longer anyway, will we, Henry?
Так.
As you command, sir.
Then I do command, soldier. Go and pack.
Have I got time to stop by the baths? There's something I need to sort out there.
All right, but hurry. I don't intend to make the journey in the dark just because you want to dip your wick one last time. Careful.
Так, а з цим хуйом я не можу більше поговорити. З Мусою можу. А чого не можу?
No need to worry. Just because I spend all day sitting on my rear end doesn't mean I've forgotten how to hold a sword.
Так, окей. Куди мені потрібно? До Катрін. Хуяся, а що це за барикади, блядь? Чо, здурели, що ли? А що, у мене є щось? А, у нього грошей нема. Я забув. Чо ці хуї стоять? Там ніхуя ж нема. Ні, Лем, прикинь. Подглядывать не можна. Так, окей.
It's happening. The Praggers are leaving for Sedlets.
At last, I won't have to wash the Cuman's asses anymore.
Tell Zizka everything, so they're ready for the ambush.
I will. But be careful once it all starts. I wouldn't want Dry Devil blowing your brains out by mistake.
Не вишибіть, не переживай. Не турбуйся. Блять, ну коню це снаряга вообще, ну блять. Просто посмотрите на нього. Сука, хіба не пісечка? Ну, пісечка, да. Ім'я пісечка. Це вообще в тему просто. Дуже круто виглядає. Так, окей. Ну і чомусь здається, тут був причетний он той хуй. Типа пан. Ну то таке. Мені в принципі поїбать. Це вже буде розруха у них тут. Как би. Шо, пішли?
All right, I'm ready. We can get out of here.
The sooner the better. Deserters, traitors, murders. I'm getting too old for all this. I still can't believe that Kyle betrayed us. Why the fuck didn't I notice anything earlier?
Ah, don't worry about it. He was one wily bastard.
In any case, the company's missing a corporal now. And I was thinking the post should go to someone capable. You may be new, but you've been a real help to me. And the lads will obey you. I'll make sure of that. What do you say?
Так.
I assume a corporal has better pay.
You'd get a bit more, eh? But don't expect to be building a palace in Old Town Square.
What are a corporal's duties?
Not much. I take care of the weapons and powder, and the pay, too. But I need someone on hand who would muster the men, hand out tasks, and so on. The main thing is to make sure nobody slacks off, and not to come running to me with every stupid gripe.
I don't know what to say.
Say yes! What else, you dolt?
It'll be an honor, sir.
You can stick the sir where the sun don't shine. You must know by now I'm not keen on formalities. Well, let's leave it be now. Otherwise we won't get out of here before dark. Right, Corporal. Order the men to get onto the wagons.
Aye, sir.
Sedlets await!
Якось дуже швидко все розвивається.
So the devil jumps him from behind a tree. But Pa, who's already got his blood up, just grabs him by the horn, wrestles him to the ground, and then starts giving the devil such a hiding. The fur is flying off. Wait, fellas. After Pa was done with it.
Бем. Ху-ху-ху. Зараз я вам, сука, покажу, бля. Хто тут, блядь, нахуй, босс? Дай мій меч, блядь. То свин, то не свин. Бем. Бем. Хто тут? Хто такий? О! Це оцей був хуй? Ні, це не він. А де? А де їх бос, блядь? Щось ми дохуя, блядь, потеряли людей. Вам це не здається?
What's that you got?
О!
You fucking traitor.
Calm down, or you'll faint again. You've lost a lot of blood.
What now? What are you going to do with me?
Так.
Well, you're a good man. You deserve an honorable death.
A commander should fall with his men. You're in for an arse kicking, you piece of shit.
Серьезно, блядь. Широкий длинный меч. Миланская броня. Портаки. Грамота Сигизмунда. Не, просто, ну, типа, якщо чисто теоретически і не теоретически. Він, блядь, один із командуючих, как бы, ну, його потрібно вбити. Що у нього тут по лошаді? Ух ти. Седло хороше. Так, що тут у нас? Ти хто? Клюв ворона. Все забираємо, все забираємо. Бо, блядь, мені цікаво, його хтось відпустить чи ні? Я думаю, були такі типи, да? Типа нахуя. Ні, я думаю, якийсь буде переворот. Із-за цього якось вплине на сюжет, ну. Ладно, заберу твій меч. І давай перчатки твої теж заберу. Чтоб не уебался. Так, тут у нас нихуя. Обобрать. Герб посчитай с Праги, туда-сюда. Понятно. Саша. Обобрать. Ніхуя цікавого. Ніхуя цікавого. Тут що? Клюв ворона. Це типу мої вже. Так. Ты у нас текстурный тип. Тут что у нас? Обобрать. Так. Классно я их переиграл, да? Это что такое? Рицарський меч. А де сама пушка? Все бачу. Скільки наших полягло? Теж цікаво. Що тут у них? Обобрать. Все, обирайте. Во, еще вот цей. Що у нього? Бойовий меч. Все, в принципі, на цьому все. Це тепер скидаємо в рюкзак. Міланський панцир, дивно, блядь. Хулі ворований, якщо його з трупака взяв. Так, окей.
There. It's done.
What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
It just doesn't seem right, what we did to those people.
Not people, the enemy. Remember that. Trust me, you'll sleep a lot better. By the way, Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcements.
What are they like?
Well, you'll see for yourself. But now, we have to get out of here first.
Yeah, the sooner we make ourselves scarce, the better.
To the task, then.
Шо, туда, в таверну, блядь, с пушкой? Вы серьезно?
Seems like we poked a hornet's nest with that ambush, eh?
We did. And that means the Devil's Den won't be safe much longer.
Another reason not to stick around there and attack Malashov.
Well, we're in luck. Ada's just returned from a scouting mission, and he says von Burkov's at the castle.
And what about Brabant's men? You were saying you don't like the look of them.
I just don't trust them somehow. But I'll admit that Frenchman surprised me. They're no greenhorns.
We'll see how they fare in battle.
Indeed we will. We'll soon get going. Get ready, and then we'll plan what's next.
Так, ну я думаю, на цьому можна, в принципі, і закінчувати. Де пушка? Глянь, у нас лагері такі з'явились. І найомник Бланка. Ти хто такий? Ти хто такий? Блять, прикольно, мені подобається. Лагер розростається. Хм. Куди пушку запхнув? Запхнула, блять. Запхнула. Де пушка? Десь тут, да? Я полагаю, так? Ось отут вона десь. Бля, виглядає прикольно. Гарбувати... А, ось вона. Прикольно. Своя база.
God bless you, sir.
І тобі не хворать. Що тут? Хто тут? Понял. Де кузнець, блядь? Тик-тик-тик. Хто то у нас?
Riesen sei der Herr.
Excuse me, but I'd like to ask you how many men you have with you, sir.
Meine Truppe ist nicht groß, but for your purposes, I think it will suffice. Außer den Leuten here in the camp, I also have Soldaten nearby, and if need be, they will go with us. Doch wir werden abwarten, according to what Hauptmann Schischka says.
What did you agree with Goodman Brabant? How much did he promise you?
Enough to risk meinen Hals, my neck, for you. Half of the reward in coin, in advance, and half in booty on the spot. You pay for any losses of the horses and archers. If your plan fails, you shall pay us the rest of the money we would otherwise get.
So you already know what the plan is?
All I know is you want to capture some small fortress. You get inside, we take care of the rest. Kein Stürmen der Mauern und no sieges. Just a quick, clean job for my men.
What experience do your men have? Where have they fought before?
Das ganze letzte Jahr we fought in Italy for Sir Musio Sforza, and we wintered near Milan.
Who were you fighting against? And did you win?
Unfortunately, this time Il Capitano Barbiano was luckier and beat our Musio in battle. But it was not a bad year. Italien ist ein großartiges Land. I think we shall head south again in the autumn. I'm certain Milan will soon rise against Florence, and there'll be a new war.
What weapons do you have? What can we rely upon in combat?
Meine Truppe has the power of eine Lanze, and my people are experienced archers. We know how to take care of ourselves.
And how many of you are there?
Here in the camp, I have my Armiger Hagen Trott, 2 free archers and a combat hostler. Alles Gute und unerschütterliche Jungs. Bald.
Okay.
Are you being cautious or coward?
Schönen Tag. Was willst du, mein Herr?
My name's Henry, and I'm a friend of Zizka's. I came here to see who Brabant brought us.
Ja, ich weiß, wer du bist. Brabant spoke to my lord, Sir Urso, about you. He said you want to do something big. Worum geht es denn?
Well, unfortunately, I can't tell you many details. I don't even know them myself. Zizka is being awfully secretive about it.
Macht nichts. Das ist egal. A war is meant to be fought, especially if you pay us well. Fürs Geld oder für die Freude?
Так.
What weapons do you have? And how many of you are there?
Entschuldigung, mein Freund. But you'd better talk about that with Herr von Morgenstern. Die ganze Truppe, including the horses, belong to Sir Urso.
All right. I'll ask him later.
Ganz wie du willst. And if you want to play some dice with me, I'm at your service.
I hear you like to play.
What game would you like to play?
А ну с бляхой. Хуя себе, бля.
And nothing else.
Let's play.
І там була якась... Чо, блядь? Окей. Давай оце і оце. І... Де воно? Не подобається хуйня. Во, оце. Це імбове вообще пиздец.
Oh, Fortuna. Möge der beste Mann gewinnen.
Вон. Сука. Ну майже. Та блядь, що ж не прет-то?
Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything. Oh, das ist nicht gut.
Yeah, fuck that.
Хуяся, у него нормальные кубики, блядь.
What now, fucker? Bad luck. I'm just getting warm.
Here.
Мені потрібно, щоб
Oh,
єдинички
шайсе.
випадало. Втрое більше за єдиничку. Та сука, ну що ж ти будеш робити, блядь? Що тут? Знову, блядь.
If I was you, I'd take it.
Несомненно, блядь. Ну, єдиний варіант оце. І
Let it
кину
be
ще
now.
раз.
I want to play too, you know.
Единичка, да? Морда, блядь, козляча. Ай. А, на них, по-моєму, тільки козляча морда замість єдинички.
Oh, Scheiße!
Так, 5. Ух ти, як хорошо воно.
I hope you don't throw like that again. Schön.
Неудача, диви. Сука, удача.
Nein, gar nichts. I'm done.
А, він подвоїв. Все, я понял. От, сука, а було б охуєнно, блядь. Якщо б випала ще одна єдиничка. Що тут у нас? Чистки. Давай запишу, похуй.
Hier.
Хуяся, блядь, ты, сука, фартовый. Да ты охуел, блядь.
Das war's. You're up,
Чертила.
my friend.
Не, мені не подобається, він мене так і здрючить може. Зачекай. Та блядь. Та сука, що за пиздец, блядь? Шестірка, блядь. Сука, не прикольно. Глянь. Глянь, що він робить, сука.
Was ist los? Oh, it's all yours.
Сучара, блядь. О, у меня 3 единички выпало. Заебись.
And you look like you can't count to 5.
Ще единички. Все, я закин... Ай, блядь. Не, закінчив, да? Да, я закінчив.
Mein Gott, warum? What a shame. Kurva. To hell with the coin. But that was a work of art.
Would you like to play? What game would you?
Глянь, ще є. Нахуяся.
Nice. Let's play.
Блядь, нахуя? Нахуя я це зробив?
Ich hoffe, das Glück steht mir
Ні, я не
bei.
буду.
Show me what you've got, lad. What good's a boat?
Ти хто такий? Найомник щука. Він не хоче зі мною розмовляти, окей. Жирний Петр. Так, окей. Цікаво, зможу обокрасть? А тільки поговорити. От сучара. Ладно, поки що засейвлюсь. Открыть. О, раколовка, прикинь.
God bless you. I apologize.
What'll it be?
Так,
What'll it...
Do you have?
My God.
Why?
All right.
давай.
You...
Мені цікаво, ну, потрібно було спробувати сторгуватися. Наскільки вони торгуються максимум?
I apologize.
Так, окей. Що, спробувати ночі дождатися? Дочекатися? Блять. Нормальное седло. Да ладно. Якщо я вночі не зможу спереть, то все, похуй. Я думаю, на цьому можна уже стрім закінчувати. Завтра уже продовжимо. Просто цікаво, що це за кістки. Із хуйов цей хуй не спить, блядь. И кто-то не спит, кстати. Богут. Да ёб твою. Чё я воровать не можу? Наемник щука, не можу, блин. От, оруженосець. Наемник якийсь-то там. Так, окей. Сучара, кубики у него в кармане, блядь. Ты, сука, конь, блядь. Что, блядь? Окей, я так понял. Своих можно спокойно воровать. Никто не загрется. Да ёбаный ты нахуй. Старая монета. Что за книга? Окей, не цікаво. Да, я думаю, на цьому можна і закінчувати, царян. Усім до завтра. Побачимось на завтрашньому стрімі.